Lecture 1, Introduction to Course and Instructor's Name. Hello, I am Jean Albers, a professor of classical humanities at Montclair State University in New Jersey, USA. I have been giving papers and helping our students present papers for over 30 years. My own style has changed a great deal over that time in response to the issues I discussed below. I have been able to help my students craft and improve their own presentations, and I hope I can assist you too. I want this mini course to be practical as well as theoretical, but this course must also serve the needs of you, the student. Thus, please, if questions arise as you view my presentation, please post them. Such questions will help you, your fellow students, and all the instructors of this course. In this short course, I want to provide a useful overview of why students should present a paper, how to choose what paper to send, useful information about how to figure out where to send an abstract, how to write that abstract, how to compose your accepted paper for oral delivery, and how to best use PowerPoint or other information display systems, and how to use handouts or other media, how to practice for and give your paper, and what to do after you have presented your paper. Task. In the previous instruction module, you learned how to write a paper for advanced coursework or for possible publication. In this module, we want you to understand how utterly different an oral presentation should be from a written paper meant to be read. So take a moment and think of 4 ways an oral presentation is different than a written article. What 4 differences can you think of? Why oral papers are different? We have seen graduate students and junior scholars essentially read a slightly edited version of a seminar paper, and usually such a presentation is a disaster. You can read a scholarly article at your own pace, go back and read a paragraph if you don't understand something, look up a term in a dictionary, stop and take a breath if you needed, and so forth. But the audience for an oral presentation for a conference paper cannot go back and rehear a prior paragraph. An oral presentation happens in real time. If the presenter's language is confusing, some audience members may get lost and never be able to pick up the thread of the argument again. Likewise, if they cannot properly hear the speakers or are distracted by his body language and gestures, understanding is impaired. And if the handouts and PowerPoint presentations are poorly designed and badly used, confusion and distraction may result, leading to communication failure. Everybody does not process information at the same speed or have the same familiarity with a topic. By simplifying and focusing your presentation, you will improve learning outcomes. There is no point in presenting information which cannot be retained. Remember, the best presentations provide valid and pertinent information with research or data to support that information and are done in an engaging and audience-friendly manner. When composing, find your balance between having fun and being informative, between sounding smart and being understood. Professionalism. We found a large number of sites about presentations connected to business and government. This makes sense. In business, promoting and selling projects and ideas directly relates to an individual's success. If you're using a PowerPoint to make a presentation to a board of busy senior directors, you need to meet their needs, not yours. So, if you're going to make a presentation, you need to do it right the first time. Conferences are the lifeblood of academia. At conferences, scholars from around the country, and sometimes around the planet, converge to exchange ideas, to comment on each other's research, and find out what others in the field are studying, finding unemployment opportunities, joining new collaborations, and much else. Though giving papers you can participate in the community of scholars, and sometimes representatives from the world of publishing, government, industry, and much more are present, depending on the field. You can never know who just might show up. The diversity of presentations. Because of the vast variety of academic disciplines, there are many different types of presentations possible. When we present here, it's only a general overview. It is very good idea for students thinking about presenting papers to talk with professors or other experts in their field to get more specific details. Some types of papers. A, the individually presented paper, in which one person presents a paper he or she has composed. Sometimes the papers are presented with two authors or even more. B, panel discussions, where sometimes all papers are on one topic or area, and there's often one speaker who comments on all the papers. Workshops, in which the speaker may actually teach or show the audience how to perform certain tasks or use certain techniques. D, poster sessions, particularly prevalent outside the humanities. Attendees read the poster and talk with their authors about the topic presented. E, and as conferencing software has improved, there's a new kind of conference sometimes called a webinar. All members of the audience log into a virtual presentation space and listen to the speaker's presentation, and often have the ability, via voice or texting, to post their own questions and to have discussions. There can be huge differences in styles among these types. Papers on literary topics can be extremely wide-ranging, speculative, or diffuse. In the physical sciences, the whole paper can consist of explaining why a particular experiment was performed, how it was performed with much detail, the results and significance of those results. There can be considerable differences between the cultures of presenters and their fields of study in the formality of language, the style of dress, body language, and so forth. Again, it is important to seek the advice of those in the field to see what the norms are in your field. Summary. There's a huge difference between a successful written article and a successful face-to-face presentation. One can learn a lot from the real world about how to make truly successful oral communications. Follow the most professionally successful models. It is a good idea to seek advice from more senior professionals about particular standards and conventions in your field regarding presentations. There is a variety of types of conference presentations. Conferences allow you to participate in a community of scholars. Please post questions if you have them. Such questions will help you, your fellow students, and us. Also, if you have conference experiences you wish to share, do so.